I'm just coming this afternoon to you, fellow brethren, kuti tingotaura zvishoma-shoma pamusoro pekodzero dzevanhu pasi rose, and focusing more on our country, Zimbabwe. Recently, we have had a lot of reports across the board, especially among opposition or people who have got diverse views, or people who have got views that support the freedom of the masses, freedom of the majority, freedom of the people versus people who support freedom of just the minority. Nyika yedu iri parumananzombe kutaura kuno kwatiri kuita. Ndinorevei kuti nyika yedu iri parumananzombe? Ndinotaura inini kuti vanhu venyika yeZimbabwe wapinda pakumanikidzwa, wapinda pakumbunyikidzwa kwakakura zvikuru, kwekuti chero nekufema chaiko chaiko kwakunetsa. As a result, vana veZimbabwe vari kuti Zimbabwean lives matter. Zimbabwean lives matter. Upenyu hwemwana weZimbabwe hwakakosha. Upenyu hwemwana weZimbabwe hwakakosha. Nekudaro mwana weZimbabwe anofanira kuti asununguke. Nekuti ndo zvinotaura kodzero dzevanhu pasi rose. Kune freedom of speech, kune freedom of association, kune freedom of worship, kune freedom of affiliation to any organization or political party of your choice. Ndokusaka takuona kuti mune nyika dzakasununguka, people of diverse views or people of diverse sexuality, people with different opinions, even by religion, they are free to express themselves. They are free to associate. They are free to worship. But unfortunately, munyika yedu yeZimbabwe, that is becoming a risk. Now, kune avo vakazvarwa, let's just say from 1970, vanoziziva kuti it has been tricky to be free in Zimbabwe. Those who have grown up in rural areas will tell you and will confess that it is very, very risky to be free in the rural areas. Kuziramba, it is a result of denial, or it is a result of too much persecution, which has traumatized people to the extent that they now accept that what they go through is what is a right. Kurambidzwa kuexpressa your political opinion, kurambidzwa kuexpressa your religious opinion, kurambidzwa kuassociate nevanhu vaunoda, kufambidzana nevanhu vaunoda. It has become almost like a norm. Not because people are choosing, but because people are living in fear. So, living in fear is deprivation of liberty, deprivation of freedom, which is infringement of human rights, of basic human rights. Munhu anofanira kunge akasununguka kusangana nevanhu vaanoda, kuve nebato rezvematongerwo enyika raanoda kuti atsigire, kuva nekereke kana sangano raanofanira kuti anamate, kunge akasununguka kutaura zvaanoda pamusoro pangave pemumwe kana kuti pemutungamiriri, asingatyi kuti achasungwa, asingatyi kuti acharohwa, asingatyi kuti achashayikwa. These should be basic human rights. A right to freedom, a right to life. We have heard reports of people who have been tortured and they've lost their limbs and they've lost their lives. And I'm saying people who were born from 1970, just from 1970 onwards. I'm not saying those who were born before that. I was born well before 1970, but those born in 1970, ndiri kuti inini muri vana vakura vari munjodo maybe vasina kunyatsonzwa kutapira kunoita kurusununguko. Yet in 1980 we won the liberation struggle, which was mainly focused on liberating Zimbabweans so that they can be free to associate, free to vote, free to worship, free to say whatever they want, freedom to be free in their country. But this has become so elusive to an extent that vana veZimbabwe, they are now accepting what is not normal to be normal. Kudzvanyirirwa, kumbunyikidzwa, kushayiswa, kubirwa, kudiniko, kurohwa as a norm. Yet it is not. And the saddest thing that I've got to say here is churches have also joined in supporting this cruel behavior, where organizations associated with governing bodies, especially in our country, Zimbabwe, torture, abduct, terrorize, restrict, arrest, detain, imprison, send people into refugees. The church has become silent. Well, the church has been silenced because it is eating with the devil. The church has become silent because it is afraid to become a victim. The church has become silent because it is afraid of becoming a victim. Therefore, they have resorted to saying, ndo kuita kwa Mwari, kana nguva yake yakwana, zvinhu zvichasandurwa. And as a result, people are submitting to cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment because they are being made to believe when the time comes, God will. Yes, I know, God will. But he doesn't say, stand and watch. He calls you to action. At least to condemn the behavior, to condemn the actions, to condemn such atrocities. But the church has become silent. And also saddening is that it is silencing even its congregation to say, you can't talk about what is happening in the country, as it will be viewed as antagonizing or involving yourselves in politics. It's sad that this is what we think. It is sad that this is what the church has become. The church has become afraid. Chechi yatya. Pane chinhu chakarumbidzwa pachechi yeEfeso. Tikawerenga Revelations chapter 2. Mwadi tsamba, a letter to the church of Ephesians. Tinonzwa isisu ichitaura kuti pane chinhu chimwe chete chandinokurumbidzira, kunyange rudo rwako rwekutanga rwadzikira, but pane chinhu one chandinorumbidza chechi yepaEfeso, ndechekuti you hate the Nicolaitans. You hate the Nicolaitans. You hate their behavior. You hate their oppression. You hate their dictatorship. You hate their attitude towards others. You hate their worship of the goddess Diana. You hate their idolatry. You hate their unbecoming behavior of a church, of society. And Jesu Christ anoti, because of that, I give you praise. But it sounds like a contradiction when the church, but yet you praise on doing something. It is being praised because of its stand against udzvanyiriri. Paul anonyora, what we fight is not blood, it is not flesh, but we fight against principalities, against authorities, against governments of this earth. He said, we do not fight against blood, we do not fight against flesh, but against principalities. These are systems that we need to fight against, that we must castigate, that we must condemn, that we must hate. Not flesh, not blood, no, but the systems. And when you say no to a system, you are not hating a person, you are hating the system. So the current system, the current authoritarian, the current repressive, the current oppressive system of the ruling and governing powers in Zimbabwe are principalities that we as a church must stand up to say no. Zimbabwean lives matter, and we deserve better. We deserve to be treated as humans. We deserve to be treated as people. We deserve to be treated as children of God. We deserve to enjoy the cake of Zimbabwe. We deserve a quality life, a quality health, a quality education, quality roads, quality everything. We deserve to be able to associate, to speak, to denounce, and not feel threatened that if I say this, I might disappear. I might be taken away, tortured, then damned. No. Let's stand up, children of God, and say no to this inhuman treatment, degrading treatment, dehumanization of fellow humans by the few. I have said, Zimbabwean lives matter, and your life also matters. Stand up and speak out against oppression, repression, corruption, suffocation of freedom to Zimbabweans. May God bless you, and may God give you the power, the willpower to fight for the freedom, not of only a few, but the freedom of the majority. God bless you, and see you at the forefront. Say, Black Lives Matter, and Zimbabwean lives matter. God bless you.